Rukshana, just let me know whenever we have the streaming link. I will share it in the group.
Yeah. Have shared that in the group, also in the chat here.
Oh, perfect.
Hi everyone.
Hey, Val.
Hindi na.
We'll wait for the next 5 minutes. Once everyone joins, we'll start the meeting. Vaidhi, are we good to start? Or should we wait anymore?
Let's just give like 2, 3 more minutes.
Yeah,
Just checking the again.
we'll just drop a short reminder.
I think we can start now. I'm assuming everybody will join in the meantime.
Yeah, sure. Hoping that my screen is visible to everyone.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Rukshana, and I represent Shooting Stars Foundation. I'm one of the program manager for WWT Hackathon happening across India. So today we are here live with the mentors and dignitaries from WWT for the Women in Tech panel. So let me give you a quick brief on what this session is all about and what you can expect. So this session is for you to celebrate the achievements of women in the tech industry who have launched, much anticipated All India Women Only Hackathon, which is sponsored completely by WWT. You will get to hear from leading women in technology industry leaders, as I would say, as they would share their journey, their challenges, and their triumphs that they have gone through in order to be in the spot, in the limelight that they are today. We'll also connect you with the industry leaders, and you will also get the potential mentorship from all of the leaders who are here. You also stand a chance to interact with them one on one. So please keep all your queries ready. This is for you to get trained for your future for an career in the tech industry. So here we have the panelists from Worldwide Technology. So I would like to welcome our respected panelists, Snigdha, Parul, Aditi, and Ruchi. Along with that, I'd like to welcome Muskan, who will be the moderator for today's session. Muskan, over to you. Really looking forward to this amazing session.
Hi, am I audible?
You are perfectly.
Okay, awesome. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this Women in Tech panel discussion which is a part of the All India Women Hackathon initiative that we are having with the Shooting Stars Foundation and Worldwide Technology. My name is Muskan, and I have the honor of being your host and moderator for today's discussion. So, a little about me. I am a data scientist with Worldwide Technology with a little over 2 years of experience. And I'm very excited to host this because the women in this panel have personally inspired me to pursue pursue a career in this field. And I hope that after this discussion, they have inspired you as well. Yeah, I mean, why are we doing this panel? Just a little bit about what's the need for it is that I feel like there are a lot of questions in our head. What are the problems that women face? How are these problems perceived? What are legitimate? What are the problems that just needs to be overcome? And these are not questions that are very easy to answer. So the idea here is to learn from the story of this extraordinary group of women leaders that we have before us. They have made significant strides in their respective fields, and I hope, like, as they share their experiences and insights, they inspire you, and you can learn something from them as well. So the way that the panel discussion is structured is that we will have a round of introductions from the panelists. Then we will have two rounds of questions from them, and then the floor will be open for questions from all of you. And I really encourage you guys to speak up, to ask questions, and make it a dialogue instead of just like a one-way conversation. Because yeah, I mean these women know a lot, and yeah, they have done great things. So I mean, just take advantage of this opportunity that you have. So Snigdha, do you want to start?
Yeah, you've hyped us up quite a bit, Muskan, but thank you so much for the introduction. Hi, everyone. I'm Snigdha Bharadwaj. I'm a data science manager here at Worldwide. I've been with the organization for about 6 years. I've been in the analytics industry for about 9 odd years. Very, very excited to talk to all of you today. Uh, Trust me when I say this, I've been where you are. Not too long ago, I like to think, but it's been quite some time. So that's okay. But yeah, I'm based out of Bangalore and I've worked across industries when it comes to data science. I've worked across mining, banking, retail, you name it. And I think I probably would have done a project in it. So excited to share my experience and answer any questions that you all might have. Yeah, I'll pass it on to Parul.
Thank you, Snigdha. Thanks, Muskan. Hi, everyone. I am Parul. I have close to only about 25 years of experience in the industry. I've largely worked in the tech industry, telecom tech, and I have sort of done every role possible, starting from sales, largely on the sales side, but account management to marketing, revenue assurance, channel management. So I'm here to be able to give you any perspective you want on the other side of the tech companies or any other industry know-how that you would like to gain. Looking forward to having a chat with all of you. Thank you. Aditi?
Sure, thanks, Parul. Hey everyone, Aditi Saxena this side. I've been working with Worldwide from more than 3 years now and in industry close to 13 years, have worked across various technologies, engineering, business intelligence, data warehousing. I mean, anything you heard in field of data engineering, cloud. I'm the person you can throw all your questions and I'll be happy to answer them for you today. And yeah, looking forward to interact with you today. Thank you. Over to you, Ruchita.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ruchita Kilnani, and I'm very thrilled to be here to be part of this tech panel discussion today. So, I have over a decade of experience in this technology industry, with a background of electronics and telecommunication engineering. And throughout my career, I have had a opportunity to lead various projects, especially for our global clients. And as a senior technical resource manager, I'm very passionate about leveraging technology to create that meaningful solutions to our client, and drive those innovations. So Today I'm here to share. I'm very excited to share my insights and also learn a lot from our fellow panelists as well. And I hope we inspire all the young women out here to pursue and excel in the career technology. Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you everyone for your introductions. Yeah, before I start shooting questions at the panelists, I encourage everybody to have the videos on and also to speak up. Okay. Just ask them whatever you want. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, these are all, I know most of them personally and they're pretty cool. So yeah, feel free. So, yep. Snigdha, I think I'll ask my first question from you. So, what has inspired you to pursue a career in technology? And was there a pivotal moment or a person that influenced your decision?
Great, thanks, Muskan. Honestly, I think the most pivotal moment that I can think of, and a little bit of background before I talk about it. So I've done my graduation and post-graduation in economics, so I'm not from a very technical heavy background when it comes to education. When I was doing my master's, just right after first year, I took up an internship with this boutique analytics organization in Gurgaon. It was a 2 month internship, and I think those 2 months turned my life around. To be because one, it was the first corporate, like official corporate experience of my life. And the moment I stepped into the office, the moment I interacted with people, it opened my eyes up to so many opportunities and possibilities in the world of tech, right? Not just, and I'm not talking about data science. Of course, I'm doing data science right now, but and data science was not a term that was commonly used at that point of time, by the way. It was business analytics or just analytics in general. So data science is something that has evolved, but it opened up my eyes to a lot of possibilities. Uh, for options in tech or professions in tech, which was really interesting. Another thing I think that really drove me was just basic problem solving, right? What's really cool about this industry, especially the consulting domain that I am in right now, every problem is a new problem. Every client is different. Every person that you talk to, every industry is different. So no matter how many projects that you do, even if it's the same problem, let's say you're solving for sales forecasting, it's going to be different across a QSR. It's going to be different across even within QSRs. It's going to be very different. So I think that has always been something that has kept me going. And yeah, I think that's what I'm happy about when I wake up every day. I'm excited about work and coming to work. And when it comes to the people, I think I've been extremely lucky to have had great mentors throughout this journey. And trust me when I tell you this, it's hard to find good managers, it's hard to find good mentors. So when you get one, definitely make full use of it. And I think right from that internship that I did, I found some really great mentors on that team. I continued to work for that organization for 2 3 odd years before I moved to Worldwide. And even I think today I continue to find that mentorship within Worldwide, which has been great. And I think more than mentors, what's been great is the fact that I've been able to make friends with people that I work with. And that's what makes it really easy to get up every day and be excited about going to work. It's not like I'm working with people that I don't enjoy working with or I don't enjoy talking to apart from work. I think all the women that are on this panel today, the women that have joined us from the organization, most of them I've talked to personally. As Muskan said, these are people that inspire me. These are people that I love to talk to about anything and everything. So I think been extremely lucky in that sense. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, thank you for that. And if any of the other panelists, if you feel like adding on to the question asked, please feel free. I know I'm directing it to one person, but it is open to all. Okay.
Yeah,
But
I could just add one
yeah,
point there. And like Snigdha rightly mentioned, right, mentorship is a really key instrument that you can use in your journey as you embark your journey in the corporate world. And the mentorship needn't be in the current organization only that you're working with. So you could have lifelong mentors from your first organization till you retire. So it's all about the click and who you really look up to and can relate to. Thank you, Muskan.
yeah. I agree. I mean, I feel like a good mentor is important to inspire you, especially when you're in a very new space. So, yeah. Uh, Rachita, my next question is for you.
Yeah.
So, uh, how important? I mean, it's with the mentorship. So, how important has mentorship been in your career, and what qualities would you say do you look for in a mentor?
Yeah, so I would say, mentorship has been an invaluable part of my journey. So when I started out, having a mentor, usually provided me with the guidance and insights that were, really needed that time to navigate the complexities with the tech industry at those days. And also the advice that my mentor provided during my that time, on career development, on project management and work life balance, it was really helpful, and ensure that I was able to take those informed decisions and avoid those common pitfalls. Also, I would say, my mentorship has also given me the confidence to pursue opportunities that I would have hesitated to take. And my mentors always believed in my potential and encouraged me to step out of the comfort zone. And I think that was really crucial for me, because I had faced this challenge of self doubt. So that was one of the stepping stone for me. And additionally, I would say mentors have helped me to open doors for uh, various opportunities, new opportunities, because they help me to connect with various professionals in this industry, and which has been instrumental in my professional growth over here. And when looking for mentor, I would say, I would seek someone who has an extensive experience and knowledge in this tech industry. And I would also see that the guidance that they provide are very, applicable and knowledgeable in that sense. And also, I feel that it's very important for mentor to be approachable and empathic, because in today's scenario, this is really important to have that, open and honest communication. So that will help each and every individuals. And I always feel that commitment and availability are key, because having consistent support ensures that that mentorship is ongoing, and it is adapting to my evolving career needs. So finally, I would say that I would look out for mentor who would inspire and motivate me. He or she can be a role model, and demonstrate the achievements and qualities that I would always aspire. So I would summarize, mentorship has been a cornerstone for my success, because it has provided me with lot of opportunities, growth that is required to thrive in this tech industry.
Yeah, and just to add to what Ruchita said, right? In terms of mentors, also think about that it's not necessary that it's always going to be a senior person. Sometimes it's going to be your peers. For example, I might need help or mentoring when it comes to business development. So I'll be more than happy to reach out to Parul or somebody who's a peer to me who has more experience in that field compared to myself. So I think there's an opportunity to learn something from anybody and everybody that you meet. So choose your mentors the way
Yeah,
after understanding what is it exactly that you want to learn. So it could be anybody at that point.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and just want to add one more thing on that learning and learning even from your juniors. So it's like a common mistake which a lot of people make. So it's like, okay, you got a job, you got a good package and everything, you started working, so you don't want to learn anymore, right? So the day you stop learning, you are out of the industry, and also you will not grow in your life. It's not about earning those money or dollars. It's about your own learning. So many a times in your colleagues also, you find such people who can groom you as a person also. So always look up to such people, right, who can mentor you in your work, in your personal life. Find such friends in your colleagues. It always helps you. Yeah, it's important.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that, Aditi and yeah, Richita. So, moving on to the next question. This is directed at you, Parul. So, what skills or qualities do you believe are essential for success in the tech industry? And that is beyond obviously technical expertise, especially as a woman.
Uh, Okay, so thanks, Muskan, for that question. Firstly, I believe that the mantra to success is not dependent on an industry, and I think there are certain norms of success that will follow you anywhere, whether it be a technology industry or a banking industry or any other industry for that matter. And whether you're a lady, a woman, or a man. And I think first and foremost is hard work. So nothing can take away from your hard work. Consistency of success is only determined with the amount of hard work that you put in. The second part, and I think somebody did mention right now, is constant learning. So we're in such fast moving space. The technology is changing. The world is at such a rapid pace today that if you stop learning, you sort of cease to grow. So it's a constant strive to learn and know new things and understand the growth journey to be able to embark it effectively. And I think the third important factor, which we've all discussed, is again mentorship. Because right now, from what I understand, all of you are still going to take on this journey of being in the corporate world. And when you do, try and gain and identify mentors for yourself. Just to give you an instance, and I think Snigdha rightly mentioned, it needn't be a senior, a very accomplished number of years in the industry. It could be your peer, it could even be somebody who is possibly a fresher in your organization or outside. And I had an opportunity of having a mentor who was straight, this gentleman called Parth. He was straight out of college. This was when I was in Cisco. An amazing guy. There was so much I thought I could learn from him that I actually requested him to be my mentor. And I think we did not sustain that too long, but we were in this equation for nearly 2 years. And that was one of my best mentorship journey that I had. Thank you, Muskan.
Yeah.
Also, Muskan, I would like to add over here is, uh, we need to focus on practicing more empathy, active listening, and mindfulness, because it's really important, to enhance that, emotional intelligence. And it is a need of today's scenario, because it will ultimately, help each and everyone to have that, great interaction and understanding how to, respond when the situation arises. So I feel that is also, one of the skills that is very essential.
Yeah, I agree. Hard work, empathy, mentorship, very important qualities in order to strive. So, mm, Aditi, this is for you. So, how do you feel like the landscape for women in tech has changed since you have started your career? You have a pretty long experience, and what changes do you hope to see in the next decade?
Mhm. Yeah, sure, Muskan. I just said it as part of my introduction, right? So it's been close to 13 years and
13, yeah.
more than a decade, and I have seen a lot of changes in tech industry, right? So I remember when I joined, when it was my first project and my first company, I do not see a lot of women leaders, right? What I was,
Mm.
hearing from my colleagues also, like, okay, you work 4 or 5 years, then either you get married or have a kid, and then you discontinue your career, right? And because it's very difficult to come again. And I have also seen things coming from some leadership, people, like, okay, if somebody is expecting a baby, she's going on a maternity leave, so her year end appraisal or something like will be affected in a great way, right? So everybody was too scared to do all this. And generally out of that thing, and while balancing those balls of personal and professional life, women tend to keep this professional one at the back and continue with the personal one. But however, now if I see, and as we talk today, I have seen there are a lot of, policies in favor of women working in tech or corporates, favoring and, not letting all these things happen. Women can, you know, in first place, organizations are very supportive. I have seen companies having, a daycare center right at the, right in the building of where you work, so that, new mothers can equally devote their time and they don't have to be away from their babies for a long time. So this is one thing. And yeah, for diversity and inclusion also, there have been a lot of, policies and strategies which organizations are adopting. Even worldwide also, favors a lot of them. We keep on collaborating with, organizations to have conferences wherein, we encourage women or young women to understand what STEM is, right? So how to actually build a career in this field. So this is where we stand today. And in next decade, I envision, this tech industry wherein, this diversity and inclusion will be a norm. Like, we won't be sitting and talking like, okay, women should participate more. It would be a norm rather than a, exception. So that's what I feel we will definitely lead to with all these efforts and inclusion of women in industry. I'm sure we will be there. Yeah. And I encourage, all young women in this group to, just go ahead, take all the challenges, do not get scared. It will be all sorted. Like, your life will be a little bit up and down for some years or months, but then you will be out of it. So yeah, don't get scared. Just, go ahead and play. Thanks, Muskan.
Yeah, thank you for that insight, Aditi. Can't even imagine what it was like 10 years ago. I mean, if you're still talking about it today. Yeah. Do any of the other panelists have anything to add? Um, yeah. If not, then I think we can move to our next question. So, Richita, how do you balance the demand of your career with your personal life? And what advice would you give to the young women who are concerned about work-life balance in the tech industry?
Yeah, so balancing the demands of my career with my personal life has been a journey of learning and adaptation. And one key strategy has always been, prioritizing the task and using my time effectively. So by identifying, what is really most important and urgent, and I rely on various tools like just start with planners or Jira. It helps me to stay organized and focused. And as a mother of 6-year-old son, I always plan my work around his school and play schedules because it allows me to be present for him while also managing my personal responsibilities. So setting a clear boundaries between personal and professional life has always been crucial for me. So I always make it a point, to turn off my work to notifications during a defined schedule so that I can spend that some quality time with my family, because it really helps me to recharge and I feel that I'm more productive during my work hours. Also, I feel that using the flexibility that is provided by my company, like remote work and adjustable hours, have always been a significant enabler for me. And I would say the top priorities for me are also self care and mental health. And I always gave a greater emphasis on these two stuff. So I usually start my day with my practicing my strength training sessions and meditations because, it ultimately helps me to unwind that stress and I stay mentally and physically healthy. That is very essential to create that balance. And lastly, I would say, having a strong support system both professionally and personally has been invaluable. So my spouse and I, we share parenting responsibilities, allowing me to manage my career while ensuring that my child gets the attention when he needs. So continuous learning and adaptation has helped me to stay relevant in this fast paced tech industry. So reducing the stress of falling behind. So I think one key piece of advice that I would love to give is, always set clear priorities, leverage the flexibility that tech industries is providing right now, always make time for self-care because we often forget that. but this is really, really, important, and building a supportive network and continuous, learning. And I strongly feel, trust me, by doing this, everyone will achieve a fulfilling and a balanced career and personal life.
Yeah, and just to add to Ruchita's point, I think it's definitely a learning curve. You're not going to get it right in the first year or in the first 5 years, probably. And it's going to change every year, trust me. But it's very important to understand that work is work and you also have a life beyond it. So find time to do something else, something that you like apart from work. I'm not saying that you have to not like your work. Of course, love the work that you're doing, but at the same time, find something that's not work, spend time with your
Yeah,
family. It's equally important, if not more.
yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Thank you for that. I agree. I mean, at least about like learning to organize, that is something that I'm still learning to do. That, yeah, setting priorities, you know that some things can wait for later and some things that need to be done now. So, yeah. Um, so, Parul, my next question is for you. So, what is something that you have learned after working in the tech industry that you wish that you knew when you started?
Uh, sure, Muskan. So I think one big thing that I wish I had started or known when I was younger, when I just started working, was the power of investment. And when I mean power of investment, of course, the number one that comes to our mind is financial, which is one of the most important ones. And, we all are primarily here to make a secure unit for ourselves. And hence, that is the primary, but couple of others. The other most important is also investment in yourself. So it's very important to have a brand of your own. What are you as an individual? What are you as a brand? And this encompasses everything, not just your work. It is from your personal to professional to your passion to your journey at your work life and how you project yourself externally, internally. This is also an investment on your networking, which is extremely important when you're in a corporate environment, as to what are the kind of connections you have made, how do you leverage your business connections for your work, your growth. So it's an overall and all encompassing brand that you build for yourself and how you take yourself in that journey. So I think if I was told this 20 years back or 25 years back, and if I had understood it then, I think life would have been a lot more quicker in my achievements than what it is today, Muskan.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I'll probably add one from my end as well. I think one thing that I realized not so late, but maybe like 3 or 4 years down the line in my career was it's okay not to know everything.
Everything.
I think
Yeah.
I've put so much pressure on myself in those early years of my career, just thinking about, oh my God, why do I not know this? Why can't I figure this out myself? And it's okay to ask for help. So I think took me some time, but something I wish I knew when I
Yeah.
started.
And the fast that people are going to judge you if you don't know something is not true. It is okay to not know one thing, 10 things. It's absolutely fine to say I don't know and I will, talk, learn about it and come back. It's absolutely okay. Yeah. So spot on that, Snigdha. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That was incredibly insightful. And I agree. For example, the power of investment. I feel like women tend to they tend to save well, but sometimes they do not. Women are generally more risk averse in that sense. And I've seen with my female counterpart, like my friends, that it took all my female friends a little bit longer to start investing as compared to some of my male friends. So you just have to get out there, and it definitely gets easier as you keep going into it.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah. Aditi, how do you stay current with rapid technological changes? And what resources would you recommend to our audience?
Mhm. Sure, Muskan. So yeah, I mean, staying updated with the, what is happening in market. So a majority of that is contributed by my, current job or current role. I would say being working in consulting, right, as Nikta mentioned earlier. So every 6 months or 3 months, we will be, changing the domains we are working in. We will be asked to change the technology, right? So having, working in data engineering field. So every I would say 3 months or even before that, we have another tech upgrade or another technology in the market which we should know. So you can stay updated about all those things. So very important thing is staying active on LinkedIn, right? So have a network of people who are also working in the area you are interested to grow with, right? So those guys will also be working in the area you want to achieve or you want to work with. So they will keep posting stuff, talk to them, right? Another channel could be leveraging Udemy to learn new technology, right? So that's what even I use, right? Let's say it's okay not to know everything, right? So even I am still learning, so unlearn and learn, right? So leverage platforms like Udemy, YouTube videos, right, to learn those new techs and deliver the stuff you want to. Apart from that, I would also encourage people to take part in those conferences and workshops. So let's say AWS or Microsoft, Snowflake for that matter, they keep on doing things like India Data Tour or Cloud Summit. So you go there, so people coming there will also be working in that data or cloud field, right? So strike a conversation with them and ask them, okay, what you are working with, and what your company is actually trying to deliver to the customer. So such kind of things really help you to stay updated and know what is happening in the market. So yeah, again, Udemy for learning, and then networking helps a lot. So that has helped me also. So I think that's a good channel. Yeah.
I would also like to add, you can also follow, reputable technical resources that are available just to stay, updated about the latest technology trends and developments. Like you have TechCrunch, which helps with the blogs as well. And I would say mentorship and collaboration as well, because, your mentor will help you with the latest trends or developments that is going right now, and also collaboration with your colleagues, because it ultimately would help you in knowledge sharing, and gain that new perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Aditi. I agree. I mean, Cloud Summits, Udemy is always there. It's a very good resource to at least get you started and make you feel confident enough to go out there and start having discussions. So, Snigdha, what role do you think companies play in fostering diversity and inclusion in tech? And have you seen any particularly effective initiatives?
Yeah, absolutely. I think organizations today definitely play a huge role. I think, as Aditi mentioned, the landscape has changed tremendously over the last couple of years. Organizational policies today are much more supportive of having more women leaders, more women in tech, and more women in general in the workforce, right? Uh, a couple of things that I can talk about, and I'll majorly focus on worldwide, of course. Uh, I think some things that we do, one in terms of recruitment, right? Diversity has always been at the core of uh, our hiring strategy, no matter what position we are hiring for. And I'm not talking about just data science, and I'm not talking about diversity in terms of gender alone. I'm talking in terms of diversity when it comes to educational background, the kind of experience you might have had. It's not necessary that you need to have a data science background to be a data scientist today. You need to be a problem solver to be a data scientist, or to be a data engineer, or honestly to be any other designation that we're hiring for. So that's the kind of qualities I think that we look for when we are hiring, and not for very specific uh, educational backgrounds or colleges that you would have went to validate that you're capable enough to do a certain role. I think that's something that's very special to what Worldwide does as a hiring strategy. I've not seen that across organizations, and I'm really proud of that. Apart from that, I think once you've hired the right people, how do we retain them is also something that's very key to each organization, right? Provide them ample support, set them up for success in a way that they have the right mentorship, they have the right resources to succeed. As I said, nobody is going to know everything when they join an organization or when they're starting in a new role, especially like people coming in right from college campuses, right? You're not going to know everything when you start. So it's very, very important that you have the right support, you have the right mentors, so that these people are guided and are set up for success. Apart from that, I think just in terms of culture, making sure that people understand that diversity and inclusion is not just a topic, it's not just another training module that we record and show, but it's something that we talk about and we incorporate in our culture day in and day out. Something that I've especially seen at Worldwide is that the diversity and inclusion trainings that we do, it's not a recorded session, it's a live session where a very limited group gets together. They talk about things that they have experienced when it comes to diversity, maybe biases that they've experienced during their tenure at the organization or any other place in their personal lives, and talk about how to address these biases, right? Because there are a ton of unconscious biases that people have when it comes to interacting with other people. For example, I think one thing that I experienced at some point in my career was that I'm a woman. I probably can't code well enough because, of course, I'm a woman. But that's not true, right? I can code as well as any other guy there. So uh, these kind of things, I think one needs to be talked about, needs to be addressed, and needs to be accepted that there might be a problem, and we are more than happy to address it. So I think just incorporating diversity and inclusion in the culture of the organization, I think that's a key point. As I said, not just making it another training or another module that people have to go through. Uh, and apart from that, just supporting the community, right? For example, the hackathon I think that we're doing, it's a, in a way, it's our effort to encourage more diversity in our organization, to encourage more women to participate in a field which is less women dominant at this point in time. And in a future, as Aditi said, maybe it's going to be a norm rather than an exception that there are an equal number of women and men in tech. So I think that's a couple of things that we do personally. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
thank
think, I
you.
mean, yeah, just one thing, Muskan, as Nika
Go
said,
ahead.
right? So at Worldwide, when we are, going for hiring, we see for diversity. So it's not like, let's say you have done a undergrad degree or a graduation degree, right? And now you know everything, right? So one doesn't need to be in that impression, right? Because if you come with that impression or that attitude to the corporate world, you are not going to survive for long, right? So earning those degrees, that's okay, that is like a prerequisite, but then be ready to learn how corporate functions, how teamwork, how to actually work with not your college friends but your colleagues. You need to learn a lot of office etiquettes, I should say, to function in corporate. So one must be ready. So this just reminds me of a case wherein there was a college topper in one of our team, and she was not able to perform the way she expected, because I mean coming in with that attitude did not help. So be ready to experience diversity in every form, and learn to deliver your best. So that's the message.
Yeah, thank you. And I agree. And I want to highlight, like as Nika said, it's not about a course. You just need to be analytical and a problem solver, because I get asked a lot by my peer, like people, students in colleges, like, what course did you do to get into data science? How did you get into data science with an economics degree? So I do tell them that you just need to know how to solve problems, and everybody can do that. And coding is just the way to do it. But yeah, yeah, and because so for a time check, we just have one last question, and this is addressed to all the panelists. I would like something from all of you. So, which is, what message would you like to leave with the young women in our audience who are considering a career in technology?
Yeah, I can probably start. I think something that my father told me when I was fairly young, just that love what you're pursuing, right? Love your job and you'll not work a single day in your life. So find something that you're passionate about, find something that you like doing every day. And trust me, when you wake up every day to go to work, it's not going to be a pain. It's going to be something that you get excited about and it's going to be fun. So I think just that. I think it's worked for me till now, and I'm hoping it'll work for me for the rest of my corporate career. Yes.
Yeah. And I would like to add, embrace your, passion and potential in technology with confidence and determination. And as Snigdha said, you need to be passionate, but also don't forget that believe in yourself. Trust your abilities, trust the uniqueness or the perspectives that you bring into the table. And always remember this, your voice and ideas matter. So do not hesitate, to share them boldly. And this is my personal favorite, I always remind me also. It's a reminder for me always that women shouldn't be invisible, but invincible. So make spaces for differences, be it your ideas, your perspectives, your way of working, to collaborate and create that progress, because ultimately the progress should be for everyone. So don't be afraid to take that risk. Be a trailblazer and always remember that, every step out of your comfort zone is a step towards discovering, your true potential. So, and create that meaningful impact. So by embracing, I would say by embracing confidence and taking risks, you'll open doors to many opportunities, and that will, not only shape your career, but also, enable your personal development as well. So be curious, broaden your experiences, dive deeper. That's all I would like to add. Yeah.
I think lots has got shared, and if the uh, if you embark even few of them in your journey, you're going to have a great time. But one thing that I'll leave you with is try never giving up. The journey is going to get tough. It's not going to be all rosy, but it's all about holding on and moving forward.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, a lot has been covered already. So I'll just reiterate. So believe in yourself and, never get scared. If I know a lot of, girls or young women land into a situation wherein family is not supportive of, sending them very far away from the home, but, make them understand like it is important for your career, right? Convince them because again, as Parul said, it's not going to be all rosy, but you will come out of it and you will just be very happy like okay it's good like you took that decision that day and your family supported and they will be really proud of you, trust me. Like you'll see a shine in their eyes like when you will excel in your career and that will really make you happy and that's all it is for. So never get scared and believe in yourself is what I want to say.
Um, yes. Thank you, everyone. I mean, this was a great discussion. And it's very nice because I feel like, uh, I think I speak for all the young women. I feel like these are the doubts that everybody has at some point. So, yeah, thank you for telling people that we are not alone in this. Everybody goes through some of these phases. I would like to open the floor for questions from audience if anybody has anything. Yeah, just unmute yourself and speak up.
Good evening, everyone. I am Ravi, so I'm participating in this hackathon. So first thing, I feel very grateful to meet all the women panel here. Like your achievement is so much that I'm nothing in front of you all. So I feel very grateful to talk with you. My question is, everyone's life has many hurdles, so we have to face it. But sometimes some hurdles are or difficulties are um, we face such that we break down into pieces. So how to call back ourselves to make us steady and move towards our goal. is there any specific technique so that we don't get depressed, or we don't be left behind uh, from others?
Yeah, I can probably start, and everyone else, please feel free to jump in. Surbi, I think one, you said you're nothing in front of us, so not true. Let's get rid of that first of all. Uh, Apart from that, absolutely true, right? Everybody at some point in their lives either has already experienced a situation where it feels like nothing can go right, everything is going wrong, and you can't get out of it. But the only suggestion I would have at that point, I think, find joy in the little things. Find something that you like. It does not have to be work. It does not have to be a hobby. It could be spending time with your family. It could be spending time with a single person that you feel inspires you. But find those little things. It's not a problem that's going to be solved overnight or in a day. It's going to take some time. Accept that it's going to take some time, and take one day at a time. That's I think that's probably the advice that I've given myself a couple of times. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Snigdha. And I feel that, it's okay to take pause when it is required. But just understand that what I mentioned, earlier as well. Self-care is really important. It's okay to go out for a walk, have that time, with your family, because it will really help you to come out of the situation. And everyone has these personal challenges, trust me. So I think with the small steps, definitely, you can have that mental peace and you can thrive. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I
ma'am.
think staying passionate about, what you want to do also helps. Like, never, delve into a feeling like why it has happened to me. Again, as Snigdha and Ruchita said, right? Everybody had or, faces such life-breaking moment in their life. But then you don't need to stop or, just sit and cry for that stuff. So you need to be passionate, talk to somebody you are comfortable with, adopt a hobby, do whatever you feel like, take a break, right? Go to a trip if possible. But yeah, come back stronger and, work towards your goals. That always helps.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. I think we have time for one more question and then we must, yeah. If there's anyone, is there one more question, we can have that.
Hello everyone, am I audible?
Yep.
My name is Jayashree. Actually, my question was related to like currently I'm a student of electronics and telecommunication engineering. So I'm in my third year. So I'm much more focused about the placements of my college. Okay. So I've explored almost each and every field that my college could provide me with. So I went into an internship which was much more of a technical sort of internship. When I say technical, I mean it was more of an IT internship. And being an ASC student, I'm also exposed to core technology like FPGA, VLSI, and this stuff is new to me. So, as someone who is just going to get graduated in the next year, and I'm exposed to so many technologies which are so fascinating, so I'm unable to make that decision like, yeah, this is for me. But because at the same time, I experience something else which is also so much good. So am I confusing myself? Like, should I not explore so many things and stick to one? Or should I uh keep on exploring it? I'm that confused because I'm going to sit for my placements next year.
Yeah, I'll not answer. Probably I'll let everybody else answer. But just a observation. I think all of us were smiling because I think all of us have been in that position at some point in life. But I'll let the others go
So,
ahead first.
so Jayashree, I would love to, I remember my those college days, my placement days, and it was the same experience for me. But I felt, I my first question to myself was what I'm good at and what I love. And trust me, since my childhood, I always loved to stay organized and planning stuff. So I started my career in that way, as a project manager because I always love to plan things, ensure that everything is on track. And I still love it. So that actually was like a reminder for me that, hey, I should, go into project management kind of roles. And I think when I took a leap, I can say a hope, faith that okay, let's try, how it works. But when I got exposed to a diverse projects, it ultimately, helped me to lead lot of projects. And that was nothing but a success for me. So I always feel, you should first ask question to yourself, what exactly you are good at and what you want to do. And trust me, technology, you would have vast experiences and choices, whatever you wish to do. So you can look for service delivery kind of a stuff, client experience kind of a role, core technical roles as well. So ask yourself this question. Trust me, you will have the answer.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, as Nikta mentioned, right, if on waking up you are feeling excited to go to work, that is something you like. If you are not finding that zeal or enthusiasm, you need to think, rethink. I mean, that's not what you want to do in life. So I mean, I can, I'm sure all others are also having the same thing. I feel excited to, start my work every day. So now I know, I mean, even I was at a position where you are saying that what you were saying, right, Jashri, what exactly is my thing, what I wanted to do, but then it takes some time to figure out, but you will definitely figure it out. So ask yourself and you will get the answer.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank you,
thank you so
everyone.
much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, we're running a little bit short on time. So, yeah, I want to hand it over to Ruxana to announce the top team and the audience, the panelists. Thank you for being here and yeah, having this great discussion.
So first of all, thank you, Muskan. Such an amazing session, I would say. Honestly, being a person who is new into program management or the tech industry, right? I myself feel that there have been a whole lot of stuff that we all have crossed. Forget the age or anything. Age is just a number for me. We have crossed a lot of boundless stuffs, and we are having a lot more still to encounter, right? And that's so fascinating that each and every one of us have some at some point in time have been confused, have faced a lot of challenges, have broken down, and have collected everything, have lost everything to recollect ourselves and build into who we are today, right? So really, 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 I'm fascinated by each and every one of you that spoke today. Yes, literally the mentorship, right? If you don't have a good mentor, and if you have a mentor a very good mentor in the early stage of your lives, right, that's going to shape your entire life for sure. So that was amazing, amazing session. Thank you so much, Muskan. Thank you, Snigdha, Parul, Aditi, and Ruchi. So much knowledge I've got from this entire session. Cool. Okay. So now is the time that we've all been waiting for so long. So WWT team has come up with a lot of ideas. How to categorize the winners from top 25, getting all your ideas frontizing and picking top 25 and then top 5 and then the further grand finale, right? So this is the moment that we have all been waiting for. So I'll go to the next slide. And yeah, there you go. Okay. Okay. So are we good? Yeah. Okay, so these are the winners. Congratulations, you guys. You guys have done a great job in, bringing out the ideas. So these are your unique IDs with the team name and the team lead's name. We will start with 09, which is Dynamo and Maitri. Congratulations. And followed by that, we have other 24 teams, Odyssey, Jiva Savitra, Codex, Ms. Jandi, and Ananda from Ananda Dash team. And followed by that, a whole lot of team here. So please take a quick screenshot. We'll also send you an email, which will have all of these details. So you can see for yourself as soon as you get the email. If there are any doubts, please do reach out to us. And yes, a very big congratulations to all of you who have been qualified to this level. I'm really hoping to meet you all in the next level. And for those of you who haven't been qualified, it is just a part of the test you guys have brought. It was seriously very tough for us to choose between the ideas. You guys have brought, a lot of creativity to the idea, we would say. So really, very well done, all of you. So yeah, here are the top 25 teams. We are just handing over, and we would have, everything going ahead in our mails. Followed by that, tomorrow's session will be on Webex. So my teammate Vaidehi will share the Webex link shortly with you through the mail. So please make sure that you are aligned in on that, and see you tomorrow, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
I'm handing it over to you. Any of you, if you would like to say a word, Snigdha, Muskan, Parul, any of you who would like to share.
Congratulations to the teams and wish you the best for tomorrow.
Yeah, excited to talk to all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for participating.
All right, all the best, everyone.
All the best. Take care.